Welcome to the Conscious Classroom podcast, where we're exploring tools and perspectives that support educators and anyone who works with teams to create more conscious, supportive, and enriching learning environments. I'm your host, Amy Edelstein, and I'll be sharing transformative insights and easy-to-implement classroom supports that are all drawn from mindful awareness and systems thinking. The themes we'll discuss are designed to improve your own joy and fulfillment in your work and increase your impact on the world we share. Let's get on with this next episode. Hello, welcome to the Conscious Classroom podcast. My name is Amy Edelstein. Today I want to talk about the power of mindfulness. The reason why mindfulness is a solution, but it can't be traced directly to changing some of the violence and social ills in an immediate way. It's easy to conflate the two. The bulk of my work with Inner Strength Education, the organization that I founded in 2014, is in the city of Philadelphia. Philadelphia has the unfortunate and tragic reputation right now of having risen to the second most violent city per capita in the United States. I experience that on a weekly basis in our schools and in my neighborhood. It's no joke. And I get asked on a regular basis by individuals in positions of authority who are looking for solutions to the rise in gun violence, to the randomness of aggression and attacks, of the prevalent lack of safety, of violence without motive, spurred on by social media. I get asked, can your program, or how does your program solve the problems of gun violence in Philadelphia? I've thought long and hard about this. It's an issue that has me awake at 2 a.m. And those questions have been questions that have caused me to question the foundation of my organization and the life-changing work it's been doing for the last 7.5 years, empowering more than 15,000 teens and transforming lives and outcomes before my very eyes. But those questions, how does your program solve the scourge of gun violence, had me reevaluating the fundamental basis of my program. So what's interesting is, after going through deep soul searching and a warranted frustration and anger at the lack of suitable response that is not preventing so many individuals and youths from being harmed, I've come back to my foundational purpose. The purpose of introducing students to life-altering perspectives through systems thinking, through evolutionary theory about the 300 million years of the development of the human brain and the evolutionary reasons for our triggers and responses, is extraordinary. that kind of life-changing perspective puts the power of wisdom in young people's hands. It helps them think about wide-ranging causes, about large-scale systems, and about ways to tweak upstream so that downstream consequences are positive and where the flowering of our higher human potentials is visible and extraordinary. The mindfulness practice itself connects us with our deepest sense of who we are, our deepest sense of being alive, and our most profound experience of oneness, of non-separation. When we experience for ourselves that intimacy with ourselves, with our deepest selves, it's an experience that can't be erased. And that experience is one of deep strength, open-hearted love, stability, confidence, vision, passion, perspective, grace, generosity, lightness of being. It is the solution to our alienation from ourselves. Not any particular method or methodology, but that experience of connection with our deepest selves. However we get to it. I'm not proposing a single exercise, path, process to that. But after some deep soul searching in the face of so many tragedies that have affected our schools and our youth in my city, I do still profoundly believe that our ability to access innate human goodness, that sense of wholeness without fear, and that sense of love without limit, holds the ultimate answer for any number of good programs, good responses, positive social action, political reform, structural change, all of the things that environmental conscience, all of the things that are needed in our world. When we can free the best of our teens and their teachers' hearts and create a feeling of safety that comes from within, not from building fences without, then we're releasing unknown creative potential. We're releasing the kind of creativity, freedom of thinking, outrageous aspiration, vision of the possible that can really bring about some extraordinary change. It's not that any one person is going to create that change. It's not that any one person is going to be able to take in all of the ills facing our world and in a single swoop come up with the solutions. Our way forward is to ignite the passion for the possible in the hearts of as many people as we can, young and old, but I happen to work with youth and their teachers. The more creative potential we liberate that's founded in wholeness, that's founded in complexity of thinking and simplicity of response, that's founded in a sense of deep peace and care, the better off we're going to be. So when city officials ask me or have me fill out on my grant request forms, how does my mindfulness and systems thinking program in Philadelphia high schools minimize or reduce or eradicate gun violence, I say to them, it does because we're changing hearts and minds. Any of you who are involved with your own mindfulness practice or with another contemplative practice, I urge you to give it everything at this time. Whether you have 3 hours a day or whether you have 10 minutes after your cup of morning coffee, cherish that time. Love that time. Give your heart to it. Give your passion to it. Allow your immersion in the unlimited field of conscious awareness to lift you up with inspiration, with a sense of connectedness, with positivity, with healing, with growth, with discovery. Really allow your own intention to spend time in intimacy with your own heart, with the human heart, with the heart of the cosmos, to bring about a trust and confidence in your own care, in your own love, in your own resilience, in your own goodness. Allow that to inform the way you move forward. And have faith. Let's do a short guided practice around our own well-being, around the bolstering of our own faith. And let yourself really give to these moments of practice. Have no limitation on how far you might go. Have no limitation on the extraordinary reaches of love and freedom you can experience. Bring yourself into an attentive and alert posture. Setting down your phone, setting down your coffee cup, closing your email. Notice your breath as it goes in and your breath as it goes out. Notice where you're holding it, where it's stiff, where it's stuck. Notice your torso and your chest cavity and your stomach. Is there clenching? Is there tightness? Are you protected against the world? Take a long inhalation and a longer exhalation. And on your exhalation, extend love. to your whole being, and especially to those areas that are tight, that are protected, that are hurting. Take a deep breath in, and on your long, slow exhalation, send love to your whole body. Let yourself be. If your hands are curled or tight, let them be curled and tight. Love them as they are. Take another inhalation. With a long, slow exhalation, allowing your body to be. Allowing yourself to be. Now picture your whole self, your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body, curled up like an infant. And imagine being held in the center of the most beautiful flower. And that flower being held in a boat of leaves woven together. And surround that image with golden light, warm, comfortable, easy, restorative, happy, fun. As you breathe out, let yourself loosen a little bit the reins of control, blurring the edges of the one creating the image and the one experiencing the image, allowing yourself to absorb all of the light and energy that animates the whole cosmos, that is the fabric of conscious awareness. Allow the edges of yourself to blur and the edges of that life-giving presence of consciousness to permeate one to another. A flow of the individual to the whole, and the whole to the individual. Be easy for a few moments. Allowing your breath to be natural as it wants to be. Bring your attention to your hands and your torso. Allow any tension or tightness to loosen just a little bit more. Notice the difference. Notice the subtlety. Notice the immediacy of goodness. Breathe in and nourish your heart, filling it, strengthening it, loving it. Breathe out, letting your body relax. And now we can bring this guided visualization to a close. Look around your surroundings, reorienting yourself. Maybe you want to stretch. Maybe you just want to be still. And allow this experience of expansiveness, goodness, wholeness, and immediacy to imprint in your being, so that this becomes your foundation for the day, becomes your foundation for moving forward, and it becomes your foundation for interacting with the world around you and for doing your own work to bring the sparks of goodness to light in our world. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to share this with you. Be well. Until next time. Thank you for listening to The Conscious Classroom. I'm your host, Amy Edelstein. Please check out the show notes on innerstrengthfoundation.net for links and more information. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with a friend and pass the love on. See you next time.